I've been talking about my 40k Salamanders collection, so I thought I would make a short video showing off all the characters that I have, all the figurines, not to include things like transports and things of that nature, but actually just the named figurines. And this is a interesting piece that I'm putting together. So it's basically the Forge Father, Vulcan Heaston, or a figurine that looks really similar to him, and he's standing next to an actual salamander. Now, a salamander is basically a dragon without wings. Maybe you could call him a FireDrake, that kind of thing. But that's essentially, when they're referring to salamanders, it's a giant fire-breathing lizard. It's the top predator from the planet Nocturne, which is where Vulcan's from, the salamanders' homeworld. And it's basically a lava planet. It's a death world. It's uninhabitable, and yet people live there. And one of the distinguishing features of the salamanders is they have these dragon skins. They're salamander skins, and I guess they act as armor. And plus, it just looks really cool. But I saw some figurines that I thought were really interesting. Ones that looked like Marines riding the salamanders, kind of like I guess it would replace the Outriders. So I'm just gonna get him put together real quick and prime him up. I'm almost finished with the bulk of my army. Actually, I still have a ton of salamanders to paint. I actually have an entire squad of FireDrakes, which are basically Dreadnaughts. You know, I never realized this before, but they kind of remind me of Ninja Turtles. But anyway, here I'm getting it ready to prime. So when I prime it, I'm doing it in sepia tone, which is basically a black coat of primer and then dusted with white on top, generally in the direction of the light source. I got some ideas on how I want to paint him. I want to sort of do his back like the old Godzilla when he's getting ready to fire his nuclear beam. You know, his spines start growing. I want to see if I can add a little bit of a glow effect to his back. So we'll see. I got a couple of ideas on how I'm going to do that. He's pretty cool, huh? Check this guy out, man. So that was basically a commission on Etsy. These are just standard Infernus Marines. I got to get them finished painted. Those are most important for how I'll be running my squad. And here it is. These are all the characters I have. That's my librarian. Here we've got the captain. His name is Erzan Drakengard. You can also run Vulcan Heaston with him. No, I'm sorry. You wouldn't want Vulcan Heaston. You would want Adrox Agatone. There's Vulcan Heaston. That's the Forge Father. And you got the Primarch Vulcan himself. Vulcan and Vulcan. Mini-me. I should call him Mini-me. That's the Dreadnaught. Is one of the... I forgot what they call me. Old boxy boys. There's a little bit of a close-up. I want to just show you how their faces are darkened with glowing red eyes. And there's the rest of them. There's a couple thousand points on the board here. Heavy in flame units. Got my Outriders. I don't have any of the transports showing. I didn't really have room on the table, so I'm just showing you all the figurines. Here's my Terminators. I'm really happy with the way these guys turned out. My Marines with jump packs. You know, I like the new Primaris Marines, but I don't like the idea of having to like redo everything and repaint. So I got a good mix of old and new. I guess eventually I'll switch everything over to Primaris, but I don't know. It just seems like a real money grab that Games Workshop did that. And plus, I like the style of the old armor. I know that there were some scale issues. A couple in the back that I still have to finish, but you know, you spend a lot of time and effort on these things, and then you know they come out with the latest and greatest, and it is cool to get model refreshes, but I don't know. Do I really want to repaint all those? These are my FireDrakes. I've got a ton of those I need to paint up, and then that's it. I'll have all of my salamanders done, and then I can start focusing on my Inquisition army, which will consist of Grey Knights, Death Watch, and of course Sisters of Battle. It's going to be a really, really cool army. I'm the Inquisition. I think it's awesome. They're going to have a bunch of new codexes coming out for it. You can mix and match. You can run different squads together. Well, you can do that with really any army. I guess I found out the Warhammer has an app where you can build an army, and the app will tell you what you can or can't add and how you can run it. So even if you did want to run Salamanders and say like, a Death Watch kill team, it does allow for that, and it'll print you out data sheets. So that's pretty cool. I don't know, 10th edition's kind of growing on me. I'm liking how they simplified a lot of things, but I don't like the idea of them phasing out, the firstborn in favor of the Primaris Marines. I really think that there's a place for both of them on the table. And I don't know, maybe you can run them as proxies? The way we play anyways is what you see is what you get. You run with the weapons they have in their hands. You show up with the, stuff that you got. And it's not like we're in tournaments or playing for money. If you're playing for fun, you can pretty much play any way you want to. So, that's why those old models never lose money. Let me know what you guys think. Are they horrible? Are they awful? Are they passable? Can you do better? Show your stuff off. I'd love to see what you got.